Hello, Chanpreet.
This is?
Yeah, this is Ryan calling because I saw you scheduled an appointment with us at All Done Consulting.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, how you doing? You okay?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, fine. Thank you. Thanks for asking. I'm fine as well.
So you're in the UK right now, are you? It must be pretty late right now.
I know. It's okay. That's fine.
Okay. I remember I used to make calls. I started my company in Essex.
Where are you in? Are you in Arizona?
Yeah, I live in Arizona, but like when I started, what I was doing, I was working in Essex.
Okay, okay. Because I think it must be somewhere right now, evening time over there.
Yeah, it's like 4 o'clock.
Right, all right, all right. That's fine. That's fine. All right, yeah. So
So how
yeah,
did you find
like,
us?
sorry.
How did you find us?
I just basically working out on the Google, work out on saw your details over there,
Hmm.
basically in on Google. And how did you connect it? Because it's mentioned your website is all done something like that.
AllDoneConsulting.com.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. Our site is alldoneconsulting.com.
Okay, yeah. So eventually, I find out there's another guy who is having a address, basically um, management consultant, LIT, something like that, over there. That's in Tempe as well. He's also in Arizona, and I don't know whether how do you connect it with this, but they are also having the same sort of model in regards to Uber.
Yeah, Alan, did you invest into that?
Sorry.
I said, did you invest into that?
No, no, no yet. But well, we'll just figure out that's the company who is operating, who is the molding, basically having a same sort of model. And then obviously it's obvious. I mean, there are different people having a different scenarios. So you might be obviously indirectly or directly connected to them as well. If I'm not wrong, I don't know. Then I saw your contact numbers. Basically, you guys have an office in UK as well, somewhere in Leeds.
Yeah, so like basically, man, my story is my company's alldoneconsulting.com. Like I said, man, I actually got started. My first investor that bought from me, like so before I was doing this, I was fundraising for tech startups, and then I started selling e-commerce stores. My first investor was a banker actually from London. His name was Riaz, and
Okay.
he bought the store from me, and then he actually flew me out, like I said, to England in December. I was so because basically I asked him for money to make a website so that I could find other e-commerce companies to sell for because the first guy I was selling for wasn't good, and he agreed,
Oh,
and
okay.
he decided to. So that company, that site that you see, iStore Labs, we started that together. So I was the first sales guy for that company, and like I said, like I
With
was,
iStore Labs.
yeah, I guess I was the first sales guy for that company.
Oh, okay.
So I
So you
basically
started
created
as
that
a carrier
company.
with them.
Excuse me?
Have you started with them as an
Yeah, like I
like
was
a
the guy who started their company. Like in terms of, I like picked up the phone and I got the first 16 people to invest when they had no proof of concept.
Okay, okay.
So that's
So
me.
are
And
you
then
still with them or have you left it?
no, I'm not with them anymore. So basically, so like I said, I got the first 15, 16 clients. I made them $270,000, and then we split ways because I didn't want to give. I had to give up like half of the money, and I wasn't getting like full control of the company. Like I didn't feel like it was fair, so I wanted to make my own thing, and then also because I wanted to represent other people than just them. And then like I would bring other people, then I'd still have to split 50-50. Like that wasn't fair to me. So I had to make my own company, and I did that January of 2020. Since then, I've represented 12 different companies, had 80 people invest 2 million in sales. So the Uber business that you found, I'm the one who found that deal, and then I called Riaz and I told him about it. So that's why it's on their website. They're trying to sell it too. I wouldn't recommend anyone buy it because I've got plenty of evidence that Alan is not really actually delivering on that business at all. I've sent 8 clients to him, and he has not done any work, unfortunately. Um,
So
but that's
when was
why,
this then?
Excuse me?
How does it get connected? Who is Alan then by himself?
Alan's the one who's doing that Uber business. He's the one who created that business model in Tempe. He's no longer in Tempe. He ran away from here because everyone ousted him for the fraud that he is. So now he's in Florida.
So he's not running that company by himself anymore.
Well, he's like running the company, but like we don't have any evidence that he's like setting up fleets and producing income for his clients at this moment.
Okay. So how
Yeah.
does you work out then? Are you running the business by yourself then? I mean by your own then?
So ever since that, what happened is because I sent him 8 clients or 5, yeah. So since then, if you look on my website, I've been developing my own software to create a solution to the problem, so this doesn't happen ever again. And then that way, like my mission statement is to create a platform where people can safely invest into online businesses with recourse.
Okay.
So-
Alright. So and what about Uber? Do you have a same sort of model as he's done it?
We're gonna work on developing it. I have a lot of investors interested in it, but right now, like I said, we're not putting money directly into businesses. We're developing the software and the company to attract these businesses. So let me explain to you what we're doing. So it's the same price that he was charging, which is $25,000. I created like a superior offer, and it's working exponentially. So like in the past month, I basically, do you have a Facebook?
I do use sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I do,
Yeah, no, a lot of our clients don't use Facebook, but I still, about a month ago, I said, instead of me selling for people like who may or may not do the work, because like I said, I sold for 12 companies, 80 clients, 2 million in sales. I was like, what if I just put all my investors together and just create something bigger? And I came up with the idea of like ADC Automation Fund. So I started sending all my investors to a Facebook group, and I started making live calls, raising money for them, raising money like for the point of making a company. And then about a few weeks later, I realized that I couldn't like make a fund because I'm not legal finance manager. However, I could develop a software that created a solution to my problems and also create a solution to my clients' problems. My clients' problems are they're looking at these businesses and they don't know if they're real or not. And sometimes they invest and it doesn't work out and they lose money. So what if we were able to create a company that solved that problem? We solved that problem by creating a software that actually has value in itself, but it also it automates all of my problems in terms of my ability to like get investors to like buy into concepts, to update them on these businesses, to find other companies that are real that can actually deliver to you. It's basically what we're developing is an all-in-one solution on an app that services you, the investor, services the business that needs the clients, and then also service the consultant who can follow my training program to learn how to send more investors to the software. So the software, like I said, itself will be like resold and used to develop small businesses because it's going to be designed to like manage companies that have 2,000 to 3,000 employees, but we'll be able to offer it for like $10,000 to $20,000, and we'll have like all the proof in the world that it worked for me and it'll work for our clients and so on and so forth. So we'll be selling the software, we'll be selling our training, and the offer is
Basically, is that
Huh?
what is the model for? What kind of software is that eventually?
So what it is like it's just an app to provide you with the ability to pick an automation business that actually works. So like for example, like I have a bunch of team people who want to develop their own Uber company, and we're just raising money to do that. For example, so like what I'm saying is like my clients are investing $25,000 to join the network. We're doing it's an angel round until September 1st. And then the offer is for $25,000. You join the network, you get access to everything that I just described, like on the platform, in 4 months. Because we don't want to just throw the money into businesses right away. We want to build out the software. We want to bring the investors together, show how quickly we could raise money with our proven process and the new platform. And then the companies, like I did an interview with 2 different companies that would want investors. They're coming to us, and then we could spend more time like negotiating like the deal on like giving them wholesale pricing and then paying you a certain percentage when we start the business. So it's 25,000. You join the network. In 4 months, we'll have a bunch of different vetted businesses that you'll be able to go into the app and be like, I want to learn more about this. You'll have all the info. Then you can schedule a call, and then you just submit your LLC, and the business will get started like directly through the app. All transparent, all documented. So there's no funny business. Like because of the transparency, that's what's going to make people want to invest into it more, and it helps the other people do the sales, which makes more money for the software and the company, and that makes it safer for you. So in 4 months, you'll be able to log in and pick a business. And then if you decide to join the angel round, which is buying in before September 1st or being the next 20 people, we're offering 100% return on your money through the revenue of the company. And that will be in 6 months. So if you invested 25,000, you get one business to choose from in 4 months, and then in 6 months you get 50,000 through the revenue of the company, and that's the offer, like I said, until September 1st.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
What kind of growth, what kind of business models will be there?
There'll be so like I'm actually literally developing. I'm not developing. I'm like working. Are you on a Zoom? I can show you the slides that I'm making right now, but there'll be a tab called the provider portal. And there'll be different industries that you can invest into. It'll be either like e-commerce. We have property management, like Airbnb automation, where it's like about 25,000. We get a home, we furnish it, we generate the bookings, we lease it, and then we just make more money on that lease by marketing it on the internet.
Okay, so basically either it's property management or it's
We have more. No, I was going to give you 4 more examples. So there's a few more. Like we're working on Uber. Like so, there's going to be e-commerce. There's going to be property management. There's going to be ride share. So like ride share is any business model that's like leveraging transportation businesses. So for example, like the Uber, we're talking to large trucking companies that want investors. So for example, I got one guy. He's got 65 trucks on the road, and his trucks are making like 20 to 30,000 a month. And he owns about like 65% of them. So like this app, this software, we could use like the investor money to pay off his trucks. And then that's like a way to pay you guys, like proven like money, like downstream. Like he's doing like 2 million a month. I could show you the financials, like stuff like that. Like I could just like literally just make you money. You know what I mean? Huh?
sort of financing to the other businesses.
Excuse me?
It looks like it's some sort of refinance to other business models.
Well, that's just no. I was just saying that's like one. That was one example. Like a lot of them will be turnkey, like residual income models, just like the Uber that you were hoping to get. I'm just saying with the software, the company itself will give us the time to really develop those businesses and give you the thing to choose from. So refinancing, that was just like one idea, but there's also like for ride share, there's something called like Turo automation where you can just like rent cars on that platform. Have you heard of Turo?
Rent a car.
Like you can buy a car and then rent it out, like where people pay to rent your car, like at the airport.
Oh, like a lease.
Yeah, exactly. Like so like those, that's an example of another ride share model. So next, there's also like trading. We're on the phone with a hedge fund, and they do a bunch of different trading. They have like 5 different funds. They raised about $1 million. They want to raise 10 million by the end of the year. And they're like licensed traders who have access to another fund that has like 150 million. You're gonna be able to log in the app. I'm able to show you their portfolio, years track record. You can invest with them if you want. You got franchises, and then there also will be like YouTube automation, where you can invest about 20,000, and that gets you a channel. It takes about 12 months for an ROI, and then you're cash flowing about like 2 to 5,000 a month. But it's like very, very scalable, like long term, because like once you have the channel making money, you can use it to market businesses and do lead gen and stuff. So those are like the sectors. Just to repeat, there's going to be like e-commerce, property management, ride share, trading, franchises, or like YouTube. But we're going to continue to just keep adding more and more. And that's the whole thing about the network. And like the better we develop the software, the more investors we put into the software, the more businesses that are going to come to us and be like, dang, we want to use this. And like that's the value, is like us being able to resell that solution, and then them coming to us and like signing the dotted line with like an actual really strong legal team, where it's not me by myself. And we're making sure you guys get delivered to. So that's the offer, man. What are your questions?
ads as well. So is there something connected because it was showing on your website as well?
Yes, exactly. So I was explaining what I was explaining on with the iStore Lab case study is that my website, I have a proven process to get people to invest into things. It's like my copywriting skills and my ability to schedule these calls and generate video calls is that like I can present a business model in front of an investor through these sites. Like you came to me and I've like proven like over like 85, 90 times that I can get you to give me like 25K in like 2 to 3 weeks. I've done it again and again and again and again. It's like all in recording. Now, the reason why I have the case study of that is because when I was the sales guy working for them in iStore Labs, when I was, like I said, I was working in Hockley, like making sales calls as late as you're up right now, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And I would get like 10%, 15% commission out of that 270. You see that case study. Now with the software model, I'm showing that I can produce that same revenue, but that's 25,000 I can use to like hire people and develop a software that like is exponentially like the margins higher, and I can use it to make money faster. And like that's why I'm showing like if you look at each case study, like money's coming in, money's going out. But before I was doing what I was doing, I was the sales guy and I would send away 80% to the company for them to do the work. Now I'm the one that's doing work, meaning that's why I can afford to give you 100% return on your money in 6 months, because you can see in these case studies that I'm doing like 30x ROI by myself when I was a sales guy, and I was like paying debt and I don't have a group and I didn't have an app to make everything more efficient, easier for me. So does that make sense? Does that like kind of ring any bells? So like basically like it's yeah. I'm just showing you the results. I'm like, look, man, I'm not trying to ask you to believe me that I can sell. There's proof that I can sell. You call iStore Labs and be like, did Ryan send you these clients? They're gonna be like, yeah. What I'm saying is the new opportunity is me not sending the money away, me using it to create a company that creates a solution, a software solution that is like worth something in itself. It's gonna protect you, it's gonna protect me, it's gonna make it easier for me to make you money. And you're like ground floor of this. But you're not ground floor of my process. Like the network is there, but you're ground floor in this app, and that's why I'm offering the 100% ROI to you guys this month, so I can just raise $500,000 this month, get everything done by like October, and then that's why like by month 4, boom, you guys are ready. You can pick the businesses, and we're rolling downhill. That's the plan.
Okay, no, makes sense. I'm just looking in because, like I said to you earlier, when I was looking into that, I was figure out this Uber model. First, I find out the Alan based in Tempe, I believe we've got office over there.
Yeah, so I live in Scottsdale. Yeah, I live locally. I used to live locally to him. We met through mutual friends. We used to go to poker every single week, and basically I set up a website for him because I was like, hey man, I got a pipeline of investors. I wanted to get out of e-commerce because it was getting really competitive for me, and I knew I could generate him leads. And then, like I said, I started sending him the deals, but he's just not doing the work, man. There's a lot of evidence. Like that's what's the beautiful thing about what I'm doing with this app is because I sign money back guarantees to all my clients. So I have literally recorded calls of me talking to those clients who have been frauded by him, and I have it on the hook. And that's going to be like a part of my marketing collateral, like when I execute on this software play, and I can put the single mother who got scammed by him, and she'd be like, yeah, Alan didn't do the fucking work, and then Ryan created this company that protected me and got me a new business and got me ROI in 6 months faster than Alan pitched me that he was going to do. And then when I have like all those video testimonies, when you add all the other value that I was putting together with the software, that's why like this is going to be like a fundraising platform where we're going to be able to raise money for whatever we want, or we're going to be able to take on projects. Like I said, it's not going to be difficult for us to raise 10 million for this fund, because we're going to have evidence that I can hit those numbers, and they're going to give us more money to keep investing into more leads, and I can just keep investing more training to get more consultants to get people to the app. It's all in one, like just everything, more money, more eyeballs, more training, more education, more businesses in one place.
Sorry, may I just reconfirm your name once again?
My name is Ryan Morgan, sir.
Ryan, sorry, just want to make sure one thing. So, are you still connected with Brian?
Brian Statham.
Yeah.
So we don't work actively. No, like I said, we stopped. I spoke to Riaz Um, the reason, like I said, the reason why Uber's on his website, I can literally forward you the email. I was like asking him for help basically, is I wanted to get more leads, and I was like dealing a bottleneck with leads. It was probably about 120 days ago, 90 days ago, and he was like saying he was going to come to California and he was going to invest into helping build out a call center and us working together again. But it didn't happen. He wasn't able to fly to California, and then he just started promoting it on himself and sending the clients to Alan without me being involved. So we're not like actively working together. We're not like it's not but we're not like in on bad blood or anything.
On and he's on, he is off.
We're basically like we're basically competitive firms, but now I created this software thing where I'm like like I'm gonna beat them to this one. Like they can race me to it, but like I'm basically they're basically my mentors, and then I kind of did my own thing. That's to answer your question. Like they're the ones, like I said, like I didn't have anything when I got started. They gave me like the website, they gave me an office. I literally slept at Brian's mom's house. I literally slept at his mom's house, and I told you I like lived in Hockley. I was making calls till like 3 a.m. Huh?
Would you be able to email me the business model for what we're looking into and how in email if it's possible option?
Yes, sir. I sent it to you before the email. I was hoping that you got a chance to check it out. The subject is ADC Automation Network.
Okay, okay,
And then I also sent you another email. The subject is ADC Due Diligence.
okay, all right.
Did you see them go through?
Go with it. I have to go through with it. I haven't checked the emails. Basically, I was just waiting for the call, so I'm just gonna through with it and have a look in the morning time. And allow me some time. I will be reply you on the email.
Not a problem. So they did go through to you?
Sorry.
I said they did go through to you. You can see them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It should be comes to me directly. That's my email.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
I will have a look into that and what kind of model I will try to establish everything, and will obviously.
Sure, not a problem. The Facebook group is in there. There's also, like I said, my list of references. And just to be clear, like I said, like you don't have to pick the model today. The model is joining the network, and in 4 months, I'll have like the best lineup of deals for you. And because you're an early investor, I'm going to give you 100% return on your money. And like I said, that's until September 1st.
And fingers crossed. If everything goes well, we will take it further from there. So,
Not a problem, man. Looking forward to chatting again soon. Take care.
thanks a lot.
All the best.
Take care.
Bye bye.